Hey everybody, welcome back to Heart and Gardening and Home. I am Kate and I'm super excited. I say that every time, but I am super excited about today's video because it's about my favorite thing to grow in the garden, and that is tomatoes. I first off just want to say a big thank you to you guys that have subscribed or that comment and like the videos I've been doing. I was kind of in a rut for a little bit, I feel like, and didn't really know where I was going to go with the YouTube channel in 2021. And I just feel like I've got some overwhelming support in the last like 2 months, and the videos that I'm putting out about the things that I'll be growing in 2021 has kind of rejuvenated my mindset, and I'm looking forward to sharing that with you guys. And I'm glad that I'm kind of like out of that rut that I felt like I was going in. So just thank you for the never-ending support you guys show. As far as the tomato summer series, just an update on that. We will be doing that again this year. I didn't get to close that out because my phone had factory reset and I lost footage from like 2 or 3 more tomato varieties we were gonna do. I know for sure one was Aunt Ruby's German Green, which is an okay tomato. I'm not growing it this year though. It did not make my list. And the Abe Lincoln, I like that one. It did make the list for this year. There might have been one more and I can't remember now, but that's why the series just kind of abruptly ended, is because my phone just crapped out on me and I did not get to finish it. But all the tomato varieties you will see today will be talked about in the new tomato summer series for this year, which I'm so excited about. I loved doing that series. I think you guys really enjoyed it too, and there's so many more this year and so many unique ones that I just can't wait to share it with you. So I just wanted to give you an update on why that series just kind of like fizzled out, because my phone fizzled out. If you have clicked on this video, you are here to see tomatoes. And boy, do we have a lot of them for 2021. I did a little poll on my Instagram page. If you aren't following me, I will link it down below and you can head on over there. And it was, do we want to do this at the kitchen table again, or do we want me to run amok in the garden and announce the varieties that I'll be growing for 2021 that way? And it was unanimous. Everybody wanted to be outside and a change of scenery, which I totally understand because the table and inside has gotten boring and I'm ready for it to start warming up so that we can do more videos outside. So let's go down into the garden. I'm going to announce all the varieties that I'll be starting. I'm not going to start them on this video. I'll start them in the next day or so, but I'm going to announce all the ones that I am growing and starting for 2021. I think I definitely need to hold a chicken at some point in this video. Wouldn't you agree? We need to get a chicken up in this video. It is sunny and a tad bit windy, but we're gonna work through it, okay? The first tomato varieties that I will be growing this year come from a company called Bank on Seeds. I've talked about them in previous videos, and this is the new Bank on Seeds bed. This will house all of their tomatoes, and that is 8 varieties alone right here that I will be growing. They come in these cute little seed packs, and the varieties that I'm growing from Bank on Seeds in this bed behind me are the black cherry tomato, which is one of the top ones I'm super excited about this year, the Bradley tomato, the golden jubilee, the large red cherry tomato, which is a common one that I've grown before, Mariglobe Supreme, Matt's wild cherry tomato, organic Valencia, and vintage wine. So that is 8 tomato varieties alone that I will be growing right here in this bed behind me. I'm actually gonna turn it here soon, and it should be filled up in the next, hopefully, day or 2. My husband's gonna go get some compost and soil, and there's another bed right here beside me. I said no more beds, but here we are. The next 2 varieties we are talking about are actually hybrid tomatoes, and I grow mostly heirloom, but I love one of these varieties and I'm excited to try the other hybrid varieties. So there will be 2 that I will grow this year hybrid wise. That is the Pink Girl, and if you watched my tomato summer series, you have seen a video on the Pink Girl. I had to get some seeds so I could grow it from seed myself this year. And then we have Sun Gold. Sun Gold and Pink Girl. Sun Gold is apparently like the best tasting cherry tomato, so everybody claims, and that's what I'm excited about. I'm trying to count as I go so to make it easier when I go back and edit these videos. So variety number 11 is the Anahu tomato, A-N-A-H-U. Varieties number 12 and 13 are the Pantana Romanesca and a favorite amongst most, the San Marzano. And I'm super excited about that. I just grew plain Romas last year, and I'm excited to try that one for sure. If my speaking numbers are off I'll put all these varieties like on the screen, just overlook me. This is number 14 then, and this is the Sun Globe tomato. Sun Globe. Do we want to count tomatillos? I'm not going to count tomatillos, but I am letting you guys know that I am growing the Grande Rio Verde tomatillo this year. I'm not going to count that in the list. I'm just going to let you know that I am growing a tomatillo this year, and I am growing some varieties of ground cherries. Some people kind of count those into the tomato, you know, variety thing. I'm not going to count those in this list, but I do want to let you know that I am growing tomatillos and ground cherries as well. These are actually my main tomato beds that I had last year. I'm not growing this variety this year, but I can tell you right now, I'm sure they will pop up at some point in the summer. They are the yellow pear. Not my favorite, but they are literally everywhere in these beds. So I'm sure we'll see yellow pear. Not growing that one though. A variety I am growing and am super excited about this one as well is the white cherry tomato. I'm growing a lot of little cherry tomatoes this year, and I'm super excited and pumped for it. I just hope they taste better than that yellow pear. Two of these next varieties were from a friend, Cass, and they are the Berkeley tie-dye tomato, which I am super excited about as well. And then one that she gifted me, but I'm kind of scared about it. It's called the Tomato tomato. And when I looked it up, it kind of reminded me of a bigger Brad's Atomic Grape. And you guys know, if you watched the previous Tomato Summer Series videos, how much I hate Brad. So I do not know if like the Tomato is going to be like Brad's bigger brother. We will see. I am intrigued, and we will definitely do, you know, taste testing and all that on the Tomato and see if it is similar to Brad's big brother. I don't know. So the next two varieties, which may be the ones I'm most excited about, so I brought my favorite girl, Cece, over to help me announce these two varieties. It's the Blue Beauty tomato and the Black Beauty tomato, which are absolutely gorgeous. Black Beauty, Blue Beauty, you can kind of imagine what they will look like. One is going to be a really dark black colored tomato, and the other one is going to be a red with a blue top. I'm out of breath. Cece made me work to get her over here. Didn't you, Cece girl? Cece makes her grand debut. Beautiful baby. This whole area behind me this year will be Tomato Alley. It'll house a ton of varieties of tomatoes, and the next one I'm sharing with you is the Red Centiflor. Now, the Red Centiflor is one I did in the Tomato Summer Series with the other cherry tomato varieties, so if you want to learn more about that one, I have a video on it. We are doing this one again. I've lost count at this point, so the numbers will be right, but I don't know what number we're on. Next is the Abe Lincoln, which is another one I did in the Tomato Summer Series. Oh no, that's one of the ones that got left out, got deleted. But we will be growing Abe again He was a good and faithful one. We will also be doing Kellogg's breakfast. Kellogg's. And that is a beautiful yellow type slicer tomato. Kellogg's breakfast. Kellogg's. Why do I sound so country? I did not grow any yellow bigger tomatoes last year. The only yellow tomato I grew was the yellow pear, which was not good, but we are giving the bigger ones a chance this year. And another yellow one we are doing is the pork chop tomato. Pork chop tomato. We are also doing one called Moneymaker. Moneymaker. Two of your normal basics that we are doing that worked well. Sometimes the basics just persevere. We are doing Romas again. Actually, that's beefsteak. We are doing beefsteak again, and then the normal red Romas in addition to the San Marzano. So some classics, they do well. Why not? A couple more dark varieties we are trying this year, and these kind of remind me of Roma shaped. They're a little bit pear shaped. Is the Japanese black trifle. Then we are doing Brandywine black. So we're gonna have a bunch of dark tomatoes this year, a bunch of yellow tomatoes, a bunch of red tomatoes, a bunch of everything tomatoes. Brandywine black, and then my probably favorite from last year, the Cherokee purple. It is such a good sandwich tomato. That's also in the Tomato Summer series if you want to check out my thoughts on that. Probably my favorite so far out of, you know, tomatoes I've tried. So somebody's gonna have to beat the Cherokee purple this year. It's the one to beat. To help us announce some of our red tomato varieties, even though I've mentioned some, we've got some more, is Miss Sally. What's wrong, Sally? Are you mad? You should be glad you're out roaming around. So Sally's gonna help me introduce the red pear. Now I'm excited about this one because I grew the yellow pear last year and it was not good. So I'm hoping the red pear takes it up a notch. We'll see. I hope it's not gritty like the yellow pear was. I'm curious. One of my favorites in the Tomato Summer series was the Porter. It was just a great producer, really prolific, and is a great little salad kind of slicer, and I enjoyed that one very much last year. The Delicious, I hope I say that right, Delicious tomato is a new one we'll be trying this year, as well as the Trophy tomato. And I feel like a trophy tomato with the name Trophy, it must be pretty good. Right, Sally? Right. We are almost at the end, guys. We have the blueberry cherry tomato, a very beautiful cherry tomato. That's in the Tomato Summer series I did. A new one, green grape. Green grape. I also have green zebra. I don't think I mentioned that one yet. Green zebra, we'll be doing that as well. Chocolate stripes tomato. I know. The orange currant, which is teeny tiny little tomatoes. They're gonna be so cute. Orange currant. And another dark one we haven't mentioned yet, which is the black crim, which I hear is a fantastic tomato as well. All right, guys, that concludes all the varieties of tomatoes I am growing this year. Mostly, I might do a couple indoor or dwarf kind of varieties, like Tiny Tim again, give him another chance. That number right here is the total. I have not added it up, and but I will as I finish and edit this video. And all I can say is this number right here is a lot of varieties, and I hope you guys are ready to grow them all this year. If you're not, consider subscribing to the channel to keep updated and to see all of these beautiful and unique varieties of tomatoes that we will be growing this year. It's gonna be glorious, glorious. I will catch you guys on the next video. See you later.